Today's video is a weird one. I made the mistake of looking around on Twitter. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, there's a story that was posted of somebody in Ukraine getting a commendation as a private citizen for shooting down a Russian aircraft. Sometime August, I suppose. I don't really know. Valeriy Fedorovych shot down an Su-34 fighter jet over Chernhiv, the town he was in. He was using an SKS semi-automatic 7.62 rifle. It's got a 400-meter effective range against, deer, I guess. But it can also go through 6mm steel plate at 300 meters, depending on the cartridge you use. In a video about the guy, they don't show the gun clearly. You're looking at the clearest pictures. But later on, they showed a shotgun, and a bunch of people fixated on the shotgun. I'm going to get to the shotgun idea in a minute, but a lot of people call any long arm a rifle, unless it's otherwise designated something else. It could have also been a shotgun. Some decided to assume the journalist knew enough to pose him in the photo with the right gun, or not. Actually, I think he was just showing off his limited gun collection, and his favorite gun is actually shotgun, or that he also had a shotgun. Some needed to believe it's impossible for one person with a rifle to get a lucky shot, so some just had to declare it a fake story. A single round or a piece of shrapnel can critically damage components in an airplane by hitting the pilot or other components and bring the plane down. This is called a golden BB. There's a lot of, go look it up. You're going to find a lot of conflicting stories. But this particular rifle has actually been involved, oddly enough, in several other incidents of people shooting at an airplane because that's all they had available, and, an attacking airplane, dropping bombs or launching rockets, and actually taking out the airplane. Now, I want to point out another thing. 12-gauge guns can have a fully rifled barrel, and some countries will call them a rifle. And you can also find DIY 72 or 73 caliber steel core slugs that'll go right through armor, even though they have a 150-yard range max. That way, you can get them out to 300 yards if you fire up. Hint, hint. You can also just buy tungsten slugs that are made to go through steel. But yeah, it's not impossible or implausible that he did this. Out of the maybe thousands of people who've gotten fed up with being bombarded and went out and just started shooting because they could see the airplane, one, probably more, people have shot down Russian airplanes. The Russians know that. They don't ever discount these stories. They just don't happen very often. But when they do, it seems pretty spectacular because literally something weighing less than, an ounce hits a plane and takes it out. Because it's going 3,000 feet per second, and it hits the plane head on usually. It should also be pointed out that in another incident, it's folklore, but another incident that involved the same gun, it had a 5-round magazine, I think it is. Anyway, whatever gun it was, had 5 rounds, and fired the same cartridge type. It's just an overpowered round. And the person fired once above, once below the airplane slightly, and once at each engine, and managed to hit it once in each spot, because the plane was coming in low, and it was at a distance that he had sighted his rifle for long-range shooting, because he liked plinking and target shooting. And the individual managed to hit everybody, including every part of the airplane, and also hit the pilot he was aiming at. And, 5 shots out of 5 hitting an airplane, because it was in a relatively flat flight. It was firing a machine gun at the time, and the person with a rifle, apparently the same thing, just shot the damn thing down. So, I don't think the story's impossible, number one. Number two, the reporter should have had him hold up the gun so it was easy to see, and I didn't like that this took a while for me to find out which one it was. But I found it anyway. Anyway, it has a charging handle. It's a semi-automatic rifle. It fires, the most common, one of the second most common cartridge used in rifle usage in war. and he took out an airplane. And he probably emptied the damn thing. I don't think he just fired once. But people saying it's impossible because the reporter's fixated at the end on a shotgun. I mean, even the shotgun could do it under a lucky shot thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.